Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about The Flash Season 4, Episode 3, and this episode is entitled Hazard. So within the episode we get introduced to a metahuman named Hazard, and in the TV show she's called Becky, and we're introduced to her in the episode, and she's just a normal person with really bad luck, and you know, Cisco believes within the episode that she has like some sort of bad luck field around her, even before they actually figure out what powers she actually has. Cisco's being all superstitious, so within the episode it tees up the fact that the power of the supernatural and stuff, excluding the fact that like before she even got powers she was super unlucky. So Cisco believes in all of that, and that's explored within the episode. So we're going to be going over the plot points, and yeah, mainly just that, and then my top 5. So sorry if I'm speaking a bit quietly, it's very late. So within the episode we get the explanation as to how these metahumans actually got their powers, these 12 people, and we do know that the elongated man is one of those people now, and we got a glimpse of a few of them during the episode, so we should expect them later down the line in this season. So we've captured 2 now, and it turns out that a dark matter wave hit that bus, and there was 12 people within the bus. I'm guessing including the driver, unless the driver wasn't there yet. So with Barry leaving the Speed Force, it ejected a dark matter wave, and that was the main reason why they all have powers, is just due to the fact that replicated the dark matter explosion when the particle accelerator went off. So the Thinker's actually in turn linked to all of this, as he's the one that got Barry out of the Speed Force, and actually at the end of the episode Harry begins to connect the dots, and they all understand that someone is controlling all of this. So the Thinker, as we were led to believe in a past episode, that he actually created these metahumans like the mechanic said, but in turn he actually created them, even though he didn't physically create them. Like we thought maybe it was like an experiment or something, but it's actually due to him getting the Flash out of the Speed Force causing this to happen. And later on in the episode it goes on to say that, you know, maybe he did this all on purpose, that it's all calculated, and with him being the Thinker, it's definitely a massive chance that he did that on purpose to get these metahumans under his power. So within the episode, like I said before, Hazard is explored, and I've got to admit I did get kind of annoyed by her by the end, because she was just repeating the same stuff, being really cheerful, and it was kind of a bit jarring, but that's just me. And her extreme level of good luck within the episode spreads bad luck throughout the city, as we can see near the end of the episode when she's actually getting super lucky going back to her old job at the casino. She actually spreads so much, she's about to cause the plane crash, the particle accelerator goes off. So moving on to the next bit, the return of Harrison Wells from Earth 2. So he was definitely one of my favourite parts of the episode. I feel like episode 2 was a very different episode from this episode, as with Harrison Wells he changes up things, and I think it's for the better that he stays, as he's more sane. He doesn't really veer into too much comedy. He does do a lot of comedy within the episode, but it's like sort of subtle comedy. I think it definitely tones it down a lot, and I'm very happy with him being able to do that, because last week it did kind of feel over the top maybe a bit with the humour. So I'm very happy that he returned, and it's explained that Jesse's actually going to break up with Wally, and he does it in a really awkward way, and that was quite funny, even though it's kind of peak. So it's explained over the summer Jessie Quick has been working on Earth 2, and she's the Flash of Earth 2 again, and she's actually got a Team Jessie with her. So Harrison Wells of Earth 2 actually helped her do that throughout the summer, and he's actually been kicked out of the team, so that's the reason he's back, and he's going to stay on Team Flash for a while longer. So within the episode, like I said, Hazard's bad luck field actually spread so badly that the particle accelerator actually turns on again, and it actually acted as a counter to her actual powers, and it stopped her having her good luck, and it actually counteracted it, and I think she still has her powers, but then she just has really bad luck instead, so it's just switched her over. And that was a really nice twist, because we thought, oh my god, the particle accelerator's going off, what's gonna happen? And it actually turned out for the best. So I really did like that part of the episode, and I like how Harry is being the smart guy, and they're not just totally retconning that with humour and stuff, so I'm very happy about that. So near the end of the episode it is actually revealed that Wally is actually going to be leaving, and he's going to Blue Valley, which is actually a place in the comics where the Ginger Wally West is actually originally from, so that's a nice Easter egg to that. So he's going to be going away for a long time, and a lot of people's queries have come true, and a lot of people thought that he was actually going to leave the show, but he's only going away for an extended period of time, and he should be back about the mid-season finale or so, I would have to guess, because he hasn't been seen on set recently, Keenan Lonsdale, so that's a shame, but you know, it's all for the best, because now we can focus on the other team members. So now that Kilgore and Betty are locked up, the Thinker has 2 of them in his sights at Iron Heights, and going through the episodes we're going to meet more and more of them, and I'm pretty sure the Elongated man, who we actually meet in next episode, he's going to be a big part of that. He's actually going to be one of those metahumans that was actually caught in the bus and hit by the dark matter, and because he's going to be a good guy this season, obviously the Elongated man is a superhero in the comics, so I'm very excited to see how they don't like arrest him and how they don't put him in Iron Heights and how it goes against the Thinker's own plan. So I'm very excited for next episode. And yeah, so like I said earlier, Harry actually begins to figure out is that there is one controlling person controlling all of these events, so he starts to add up the dots with Barry coming out of the Speed Force while he's leaving, these new metahumans come to town, all of Team Flash start to get the impression that someone is actually watching over them, and it's revealed that the Samuroid helmet actually has a camera and he's watching over them, and he's actually smarter than them. But the mechanic actually says that they might have underestimated Team Flash because, you know, they found out sooner than they thought, so the Thinker is watching them. But the final scene within the episode, we get to see Cecile and Joe, and in this scene it's revealed that Cecile is pregnant. So guys, just before I talk about that, I'm just saying I'm not very invested into the Cecile storyline. I don't think she's the best actor. I really like Joe, and I just don't think it's very necessary that they're going down this path. But regarding her being pregnant, I'm not sure if they're gonna play that out, but it sort of gives Joe another role to play on the TV show when she actually gives birth, unless she might go away or something, maybe they break up. I don't see how it's going to properly work with that, but we will see as we go later down in the season. So my top 5 moments within the episode: number 5, the Harrison Wells opening scene with Jesse. I thought that was very funny with the cube. I'm not sure what they actually called it, and that's something they have on Earth 2 and they don't obviously have on Earth 1. So number 4, the particle accelerator exploding again. I thought that was a very neat trick of how they actually counteracted Hazard's powers. Number 3, it is revealed how the metahumans actually became metahumans, with Barry running out the Speed Force and them getting hit by the dark matter. So number 2, the Thinker actually is watching them. So obviously we knew he had some sort of control over them, but we didn't know he was actually watching them. So I thought that was a nice reveal, and I really liked how the Thinker was used in this episode, how we're seeing it in his perspective, and he's sort of treating these new metahumans as case files, so he's going to be controlling them throughout the season. So number 1, Harry actually figures out that they're actually being controlled, that there's this one person actually controlling all of these events and doing it on purpose, and hopefully within the season they realize it's Clifford DeVoe, who Savitar actually mentioned that they actually fight, and also Abracadabra last season. So hopefully they figured that out within the season, that it's actually him, and I can't wait to see him actually on the street, because he's going to be on the street in episode 9 in his flying wheelchair. So it's mad. I can't wait. So that's been my review for the episode. It was a really fun episode. I felt like it was a turn for the better with a bit less humor, and I thought it was very good with Harry Wells returning from Earth 2. So anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make you strong.